frozen? Are we good? The camera's good? Make sure the camera good, man. Are we good? Is everything good? All right. What's good, y'all? It's your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one of that ROD podcast. For those that don't know who I am him, Jones, at NBIC, representing that ROD, giving all praise and glory to the heavenlies, for they are worthy to be what? To be praised. Last but not least, I want to give a shout out to all you guys for your continuous support, leaving all the feedback, the positive, the negative, all things that's respected and needed, because it allows me to do what I do best, and that is to continue keeping my foot on these heathens, Hebrews, and the newly installed heathenites next. Scratch that. Keeping my foot on Christianity, Judaism, Hebrewism, Hinduism, and any other isms that's keeping us in spiritual prison. You understand? I am him. Round of applause for that. Yes. Definitely want to give a, happy New Year's to all those that's in Sub-Sahara, South Africa. It's the new year, as some of you may know, but some of that don't know, now you know. Just to give a quick FYI, yesterday I dropped a live titled "Why I Will No Longer Be Teaching Any More Israelite Doctrine." If you want to watch that, that's exclusively for all my members. You have to subscribe, join the membership. It is $1.99 a month, $1.99. Join it, and you get all the personal content about me. I'm gonna give you guys my life story, as far as how I got from A to where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? Intimate information, stories that I've never disclosed with anybody. Is only gonna be for those that's a part of this family, right? So, if you want it, you know what you gotta do. Other than that, I'm gonna give you these weekly lives. Speaking of weekly lives, I'm thinking about changing the times. 11 o'clock is becoming too time consuming for me, you know what I'm saying? Because I wake up early and I be tired and I be so much things to do, including my workouts, including being a dad, including, paperwork, business, my agency, or even just working with my clients, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of work. And I be exhausted, not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? I fight it for you guys, you know what I'm saying? Because you guys need it. But yeah, I'm thinking about setting a set date, maybe 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock, give you guys something to listen to, you know what I'm saying, while you get prepared to go to the plantation. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about it. I'm not too sure. If you guys got any ideas, please leave it in the comments. If you got any suggestions, please leave it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? We working, you know? But on a serious note, man, definitely had to tap in and just give you guys just a little understanding of what's going on, right? So I seen something on TikTok, and a sister, and I'm gonna play the video, and the sister said something in the notion of, how can this God of the Biblos really be the God of us when this God was doing nothing but killing, right? So she's basically saying that the God of the Bible is evil. And this is somebody that I'm sure is not a scholarly reader, not into the Biblos like that, but she did pose a valid point, and she justifies how I've been relaying this message to you guys for the last couple of months, right? She touched on the fact that, how can somebody give us commandments not to kill, but yet all through the Biblos, he was killing. And I had to title it The God of the Bible isn't the God of the Bantus. This is not our God. The same way it's not our God, I really need you guys to understand that this is also not our book. And I'm going to show you how this is not our book. You understand? I know we got individuals, whether it's from the Hebrew organization to the Black Liberation Christians, or even those that's knowing the Creator's name, the Supreme Being names. You know, a lot of people is trying to associate us with this book, but this book is really not who we are. This is not the book for the Bantus. This God that's in this book is not the book of the Bantus. It's not for our ancestors. It's not about our Creator. It's not. And we're forcing ourselves to believe it, and I understand it. Like I said before, I know why you guys are doing this, because when you are a group of people whose identity been stripped and you got nothing to trace your lineage back to, literally, you can't trace your lineage back to nothing besides slavery. When you get the opportunity to perceive yourself to be greater than a slave, you're gonna jump on the bandwagon. But my job as the chosen, right? Because I didn't ask for this. I was chosen to do this, right? My job is to bring forth this intel for you and let you know, like, look, man, you being led here. This is not for real. This is a lie. This is interjections. They put, yes, I get it. They put certain names and locations, but the story, the foundation of the story is not about us. And I'm gonna show it to you, right? But before I do that, let me play this sister. I wanna play this sister for you guys so you guys can hear her. And, you know, she'll give you her ones and twos, right? So let me play her. Give me a second. All right, I'm gonna play her right now. I'm gonna run it back. Let's run the tape back. All right.
Flooding the earth and killing everyone on it except his favorite people. If I were to drown my children that I created just because I didn't like the way they were living their lives, I'd be a monster.
Really?
So I say to you that your God, what is right to him is subjective. Your jealous God, your wrathful God, all things that we shouldn't be as people, sinful things that he exhibits in himself, just being who he is, that makes right and wrong subjective, because it's at his whim whether or not something is right and wrong.
They knew that on that day, justice would win. The wrongs would be made right. If there is no God, man, injustice and evil win.
All that matters is that we be good people and we respect each other. There shouldn't be this debate about, you know, whether or not God is real, and what I think doesn't matter because I don't believe in God. If it was morally absolute, then it would be absolute for God as well, and God couldn't kill if that was the truth.
Well, I hate to tell you, it is not wrong
absolute.
always to kill.
It is wrong to kill just because someone doesn't agree with you.
Well, that's for sure. I agree with that.
That's what the hell he did when he flooded the earth.
No, that is absolutely not
Yes,
what he
it
did.
is what he did.
No, it is
killed
not.
Babies, he killed animals, he killed trees, he killed everybody but his little favorite kisser, pretty much Noah. That's what he did.
All right. I do know that he has an ultimate solution for evil, suffering, and death. Forgiveness and eternal life in a heaven where there will be no more evil, suffering, and death. Evil is going to be punished. And you're right, ma'am. At the time of Noah, God punished evil. And innocent people were swept along in the judgment. Yes, ma'am. You're absolutely correct. Yes, that's correct. Which points out the fact that at times when God judges, innocent people are swept along in that judgment, like those children. You're absolutely right.
And that's okay.
No, it's not okay. But
it's
it's a
okay.
result
Like
of living in a cursed world.
So, as you can see, the philanthropist knows that what she was saying is facts. She was hitting it on the money. He also brought something up. Let me show my face. He also brought something up that you probably didn't catch. He stated that the flood was to remove evil from the earth. But yet again, evil still remains. And then after the flood presided and the clouds and the rainbow crossed over, he said that he will no longer flood the earth, even though that the evil is still in the hearts of the youth. So the children is still, so basically he did all of that for no reason, because evil still presents itself. And not only does evil still present itself, right? Not only does evil still present itself, he goes on a charade of genocide killing after this flood. So basically, it was not over for the killing and the destruction. So the first time, and let's just call it what it is. And if we're going based on scientifics, we know that the first man, the first creation was people of color, right? Through people of color comes any other race. Pale faces cannot make dark children. It's impossible. Genetically, immorally, the whole shebang. So we know this. So here again, here's another situation where of God that we're claiming to be of us is killing our very own. And only left 3, right? We going according to the Biblos. I know you guys know I did the breakdown plenty of times, but we're just going based on the Biblos. Just for new listeners, just for people that's just passing through. I don't want to leave no confusion. So you know that 3 was saved. Ham, Shem, Japheth. Right? These 3 moving forward will still be casualties of war and destruction. Mainly, listen carefully, people, mainly the children of Ham. The children of Ham or Cain. Now, I want to pose a question to you. This is how I'm going to tell you for a fact and show you that this God in the Bible is not the God of the Bantus. This is the God of the Europeans, the Jesuit orders, anybody that wants to be from there, that's their God. That's not your God, black people. And I'm going to show you. Check this out. When Noah was drunk and he fell asleep and Ham seen him naked, we going based on the story. And Ham seen him naked. Why did Noah take it upon himself to not curse Ham, but curse Canaan? Canaan was not even born yet. Huh? What? Canaan was not even born yet. And curse was Canaan. Something that Ham did, but the curse came upon Canaan. Now I'm going to pose another question for you guys. Since when did Noah have the authority to put a curse on an individual and not even your savior has such power to do so? Yeah. I want that to process. I want that to process. Matter of fact, let me pull up this verse for y'all. Because we got to get it from their book. Because, you know, people's going to say that I'm making up my stories and, you know, I'm bringing up my own philosophies. And, you know, we not here to hear all that, man. Okay? So, let me pull this verse up for you guys. So I decided to put up all the times that God had death, brought death upon this earth, upon a particular group of people. So, of course, I just explained to you the great flood, right? Then we're going to go to Exodus 12. Let's go to Exodus 12. Let's go to Exodus 12. Let me scroll down. Give me a second. Okay? So in Exodus 12, I was just looking to see where I could start it off from. Let me share my screen again. Let me share my screen. I'm not using my Elgato right now. I got it pinned to my other. And I don't got no time to be looking to that. It's already late. I'm tired. So let me show you this. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So I wanted to pull this up straight out of the Biblos for you guys. Okay? So you guys know about the story about the firstborns. The firstborns. Let's start off with verse 12. It says, "For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night and will smite all the firstborns in the land of Egypt, both man and beast. And I will execute judgment against all the gods of Egypt. I am Jehovah." Okay? As you can see, it says gods of Egypt, which also lets you also come to the conclusion of everything that I've been saying of we as black people don't know nothing about monotheism. That comes with religion, that came with the Europeans, that came with this story, that came with the same God that's about to post judgment upon you, your family, your relatives, and also the cattle that your relatives nurtured and raised to build up to be to the point where it could take care of your family. This is genocide at its highest order. But we're gonna continue reading. Check this out. It says, "And the blood shall be a sign to you upon the houses where you are. And when I see the blood," you see, here comes the blood. "When I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you for with destruction when I smite the land in the land of Egypt." Okay? Cool. Let's go down. We're not going to read all of this. Let's go down. This is not it right here. It's talking about Passover. Okay, there we go. 29. I'm like, hold on. Okay. So it says, "And it happened at midnight. Jehovah struck all the firstborns in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of the Pharaoh that sat on the throne to the firstborn of the captive that was in prison." So even those that was in prison, that had no situation with with what was going on between Moses and the Pharaoh, the Lord, Aaron with the Pharaoh, nothing. Even these people will be in jail to get a message that their child was killed, was smote, smitten, smitten, however you want to call it, of firstborns, of black people. Let me read this. Right? The prisons, also all the firstborns of the cattle. "And the Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants and all the Egyptians. And there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead." So a great cry in Egypt, a great cry in Egypt. That means that every single person in Egypt lost a child. Genocide. This is black people. This is black people. This is your relatives. But like the sister says, so God gets to pick and choose who he wants to be a part, who he decides to save, knowing that these same people that he is supposedly saving is going to go out their way to be disobedient, more disobedient than the innocent Egyptians that had no problems, that wasn't doing nothing that had no beef with your so-called Israelites, had no situation. Some of them, matter of fact, some of them was even getting married to the Israelites. But that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough. I got to show myself unto these people. Okay? And they said, and he called for Moses and Aaron by night and said, rise up, get away from my people, both you and the sons of Israel, and go serve Jehovah as you said. Also take your flock and your herds as you have said, and go and bless me also. Okay? Okay? I don't have to read all of this. You guys can read this. I'm sure you guys read this numerous of times. I done read this, taught this. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving it to you. So like I said, for the newcomers, for the people that's gonna land on this video and say, what is he talking about? I just want you to know, this is what I'm talking about. I just want you to know that the God of the Bible is not the God of black people. It's not the God of the Bantus. In fact, this man is a total opposite. He is the genocidal, deceiving murderer of our people. And guess what? He's still murdering because this Biblos got us still under their hypnosis and their control. And it doesn't stop there. Hold on, let me pull up the next one for you. Let me pull up the next one. Let's go to no, I don't want that one. I don't want that one. I don't want that one. Yeah, let's go here. Hold on. Man, where's that? I know it's Deuteronomy. Is it 7? Hold on, people. Oh, we're not done yet. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going ahead of myself. It's not, it doesn't stop. Let's go. Since we on Exodus, let's do Exodus 22, 23, 23 to 24. Let me pull up this Exodus for you, because since we already in Exodus 23. Look at this. The conquest of Canaan promise. Now, again, Canaan's land. No matter where you wanna establish it, whether you believe it's in Sub-Sahara, whether you believe it's in Egypt, whether you believe in the Middle East, doesn't matter. The moral of the story is that Canaan are black people. According to what the Bible says, Ham is the dark races, right? So that means Canaan is black, right? That means that God is instructing individuals to kill black people. Let's read. It says, for my angels shall go before you and bring you into the Amorites and the Hittites and the Perizzites and the Canaanites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, and will cut them off. Now, you was told that these was giants on the land. They wasn't giants. They was regular sized people. Remember that the so-called ISIS elites are not from our stock. We're known for being tall, huge. The reason why we're short now in height is because of the intermingling. Okay? I don't want to be disrespectful and mean, but when they was creating, they was being born with deformalities, disinformed, arms. Remember the Lucifer didn't have the proper understanding on how to put man together. Just throwing that out there. And not to mention, there was mixed breeding with animals. This is facts. This is geographical, historical, scientific facts. These are not things that I'm making up. These people will tell you. If you speak to the right person, these people will tell you. They're born with tails. They can trace themselves back to the canines. They got mixtures of canine in their DNA. This is facts. This is not me, and this is no disrespect. I'm just calling it what it is. This is no disrespect. Shout out to all my Euros, all my Euro steps. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no disrespect. We just calling it what it is. Okay? It was mixed breeding. It was laying with, they like to deal with animals, bro. Facts. Okay? So there was a lot of deformalities going on. Okay? We, on the other hand, we was pure. Like I said, the same way you see a tree at its essence, at its purity, you see how tall, strong. That's how we was. Prior to the invasion, prior to the experiments, prior to the intermingling, we was great. You understand? So when you hear that they had to take the giants of the land, they was talking about you. When you see the Egyptian pharaohs and stuff, these people was people of high stature. This was a normalcy. You understand? You understand? Okay? It says, you shall not bow down to their gods. Again, gods. You see this? Gods. That's letting you know that African people never dealt with monotheism. I'm telling you this over and over and over again. I want this to marinate into your head. You got to process this so you can understand. Okay? We never dealt with single God. This Father, that's in reference to the Pope. The Orsinian family, Orsini. That's when you say the Father, that's not giving glory to the creators of this universe. All through African history and culture, you will always find a divine divinity of man and woman. Always, you'll see the pharaoh and the pharaohess. Then you'll see a priest and a priestess. You'll always see it was always multiple. Everything is multiple. Think about it. You got the sun that's masculine, the moon that's feminine. You got the day that's masculine. You got the night that's feminine. All of these things, everything that's around us, is always two. There's never one. I don't know how to keep expressing this to you guys. This is probably part of the reason why you guys are not waking up. Why you're not able to connect, why you still hindered, because you're trying to associate the creators with monotheism. Sunini Nanini is not a male by himself. It's not the father. That is a lie. That is European, Jesuit, Luciferian teachings that we're trying to absorb with African culture. That is a lie. That is a lie. We don't do that. We have multiple. We have a divine energy. There's no respect of person. This religion complex. Ladies, don't you find it ironic that the Biblos always discredit women? That you women get the short end of the stick? That all through the things that you're reading is always upholding men. But when you see the divine universe, you see that it's just not like that. That the stronger the man must be with a strong woman. The weaker the woman, the weaker the man. The weaker the man, the weaker the woman. Don't you see that? Don't you see the divine order? Don't you see that you need a man and a woman to come together to have a child? I mean, come on now. Come on now. You got to make that make sense. You have to make that make sense. You have to step away from this monotheistic ideology and philosophy. Understand that this was forced upon you. The missionaries, King Leopold, heathen Leopold, had a meeting saying that this is what we're going to do to these people. That you would never connect. It said that you would never connect to your gods, plural. He didn't say singular. The only reason why brothers and sisters now are referring to these singular names for their God is because that these people approved it. Because if they didn't approve it and you was caught saying that, you would be beaten, tortured, killed, even hung, sometimes even burnt. Okay? This is historical facts. You can look these things up on your own. You go look up Cecil Rose. Go look up Leopold. Go see the damage that these people was doing unto you when you was trying to connect. Go see what Aaron Lopez and his men was doing to those that was in the Brazil when they were trying to connect. They had to create a dance to hide their customs and their culture. I learned that in high school. So you must know what's really going on, people. Let me finish this. Nor serve them, and you should not do according to their works. But you shall surely put them down, and surely you should smash their image, and you shall serve Jehovah your God, and you shall bless your bread and your water. And I will take sickness away from the midst of you. Okay? Okay? So you doing that, you're gonna get a long life. All the sickness is not gonna happen to you. You're gonna do all this, and it doesn't stop there. It does not stop there. Oh no. Let's go to Exodus 34. Let's go to Exodus 34. While we here, while we still here, let's go to Exodus 34. You guys thinking the book of Exodus was Exodus. No. The book of Exodus was the extermination of black people. That's what this book was about. The extermination of black people, a land of black people being hijacked, taken over, okay? And putting their children, their pieces, their creation in your area, in your space. Just to let you guys know. Okay? 34:10. And he said, behold, I will make a covenant before all your people. I will do marvelous such as have not been done on all the earth, nor in any nation. And all the people in whose midst you are shall see the works of Jehovah. For it is an awesome thing that I will do with you. Observe that which I command you this day. Behold, I will drive out the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites. Take heed to yourself, lest you make a covenant with the people of the land where you go, lest it be a snare in the midst of you. But you shall destroy their altars, break their images, cut down their sacred poles, for you shall worship no other God. For Jehovah, whose name is a jealous God, lest you make a covenant with the inhabitations of the land, and they go whoring after their gods, you see, gods again, plural, and do sacrifice to their gods, sacrifice again, plural, and call you, and you eat of his sacrifice, unless you take from their daughters for your sons, and their daughters go whoring after their gods, and make your son go whoring after their gods. You shall make you no molten gods. You shall keep the feast of unleavened bread. You shall eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I command you, in the month of Abib. For in the month of Abib you came out of Egypt. Okay? Egypt. Black people. Okay? I'm trying to feed you guys this. Now, the story of Exodus and the people that it's talking about, from the studies that I was doing, let me show my face. Hold on. Let me show my face. Hold on. So the people that's in Exodus, it's really not about the Israelites. It's about the Sassu people. Sassu. They was the ones who left northern Egypt and made their way into what you call the modern day Levant. They was the one that was worshiping a god named Yahweh or Yahweh. They was the one. And they are the ones that's writing this story for you. I mean, you want me to go on? Would you like for me to go on? Would you like to see more genocide upon black people? Would you want me to read the book of Numbers? I could do that too. Or what about the book of Joshua? I could do that too. Or the book of Leviticus. I could do that too. Or Deuteronomy. I could do that too. So basically, what I'm concluding for you guys is that the God of the Biblos is not the God of the Bantus. Don't associate our ancestors, our heavenly creators, our divine substance. Don't associate that with the murderer. Our creator is not a murderer. Our creator is a protector. And the reason why our protection is not in its full tuition, it's not because we fell off. It's because we was hijacked and we didn't know how to combat. What I mean is, when we went to war, we was demolishing, right? And we took some of their remains and we held them captive. And a lot of us was doing nasty things with them and brought forth children. And then thought that these children or these women that we was dealing with would, stay loyal to the cause. But in reality, they wasn't. Through their freedom, they went back. Through their observations, they learned. They learned our strengths and our weakness. You see, you can get a glimpse of that in the story of Samson. This is facts. Now, I'm not saying the Samson story is weird. I'm just giving you the ideology on how they operate. See, you must know how the enemy moves. Even right now, as we speak, you see them all in your space. It's intentional. They're watching you be ignorant, getting high, smoking, drinking, want to rap while they running, scoping the block. And these people is running, training. Could endure a tsunami if it happened. But not gonna be us. It's the same thing. It's nothing new under the sun, fam. Whatever I'm telling you, man, I know it's a hard pill to digest. Pause, but you gotta take it for what it is. The God of the Biblos is not the God of the Bantus. And you cannot justify genocide amongst your relatives. That makes you hypocritical. That makes you contradictional. That makes you question the exact book that you're reading. Because it says thou shalt not kill. And thou shalt not offend these little children. And I'm going to pose something to you. If this Exodus really happened, and these plagues really happened, and it did what it did, and according to Hebrew scholars, Hebrew Israelite scholars, black Hebrew Israelite scholars, because I don't recall hearing this from a European. It was said that when we left Egypt, Egypt never recovered. So the question that I ask is, then how did the Greeks get there and was taught astrology and math and science? How did Jesus go there after the angels came upon Joseph and said, grab your children and go to Egypt and rest there for a time until Herod is destroyed. But I thought Egypt was a dirt field. You see, when I see things like that, and I start questioning and I start asking questions, and I know I'm gonna get a foolish response. Please, somebody go ask your teachers. I don't care who it is. Go ask them exactly what I just said. Explain that. And your savior was there for 7 years. That means that man picked up on Egyptian culture. Probably explains why the Book of the Dead and the New Testament goes hand in hand. Maybe I should do a Simba conversation about the Book of the Dead. So I can show you verbatim the same wordings, just different names. It is crazy, but this is the facts. But I'm really gonna bring forth, I got 2 more videos I wanna play for Simba Conversation, and then I'm gonna go back to the regular programming where I'm gonna bring forth information. 2 more videos. Yeah. Or what I'm gonna do is one Simba is gonna be a video, and then the next Simba is gonna be you know, things that I put together. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna meditate on it, and I'm gonna let the heavenly ones, guide my path. Okay? And I'm gonna conclude it as that, people. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to just get that off my chest. And I wanted to let you guys know that the God of the Bible or the Biblos is not the God of the Bantus. It's a new year. It's a new year. It's time for you to make sure that your vision and your mind is clear. Don't let this year go by and you being misled, being deceived, being confused, being fed another European ideology where we're just replacing the story that was given unto you. We're replacing the story with dark faces, black faces. But if a European did that, you would consider that racist. But when we do that, we argue and fight against these Europeans about a book that we have no understanding about. These people are way advanced when it comes to the understanding of these people. These people are speaking Hebrew. These people are speaking Greek. These people are speaking Phoenician. These people are breaking down everything. They don't even need the Strongs. They got a Jewish professor, doctor. His name is Dr. Brown. That man done debated every single Hebrew Israelite outside of GOCC and put all of them to rest. I'm like, damn. How is he able to do that? You know how? Because he's reading a story about his family. It's not about us. Our history is gonna remain a mystery until we go into the land and go figure it out and speak to the people, because our history is oral. Pause. We don't write. We just recite what's in our minds. So I really want you guys to think about that. I want you guys to process everything that I'm saying. And what I'm saying doesn't make sense, and I'm speaking blasphemy, all I ask you to do is just prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Prove to me that the Old Testament was not a creation for us to accept. And I don't want even to say accept. The Old Testament was to justify genocide and slavery and the enslavement of black people. That's what the Old Testament was for. The New Testament was for you to be in compliance of the genocide and the enslavement of your people. And you must do it and do it how Jesus do it, all in the name of Jesus. That's what they tell you. Yeah. Think about that. Think about that. Explain that to me. Once you're able to explain that to me, I'll proceed and go to the next. In fact, not only will I go to the next, I will personally subscribe to any religion or whatever demographics, denomination you are part of. I will join, I will attend, and I will change my whole demeanor if you're able to do so. But until then, people, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notifications, send this out to the people, supply a donation if you want to. You know what I'm saying? We out here, we doing what we supposed to do, yeah? Join the movement, join the Patreon, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. We kicking down doors everywhere, on the TikTok, on the Facebook, everywhere. It's like this work is becoming so phenomenal. It's amazing. All these souls, all these Bantus is coming onto your brother. And, I'm not doing nothing but besides speaking the things that you guys are afraid to speak of. Pointing the fingers on things that needs to be answered. And like you seen the sister in that video, we ain't subscribing to the foolishness no more, man. You see what's on my head? Fearless, man. I walk with this with a badge of honor. We ain't subscribing to the foolishness no more, man. The rise of the Bantus won't be televised. So please remember, guys, continue supporting, like, comment, share, do the whole shebang. If you don't know, if it's your first time, I hope it's not your last time. If it's your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time, that means I'm still on your mind. That means you got to stay on that grind, because it's about time. Time for what? Time for you to go get yours, because I'm going to go get mine. And hey. And if I said this once, let me say it again. I am him. You're him. Jones, the NBIC, a.k.a. Mr. Keep My Foot on the what? On the heathens, the he-grows, and the newly installed heathenites next. Scratch that. We keeping our foot on Christianity, Judaism, Hebrewism, Hinduism, and any ism that's keeping us in spiritual prison. You understand me? And if I said it, now you know. And let the Creator say it one time for the one time. And I'ma holler at y'all. One. I definitely gotta get, because this joint be crazy.